Hello everyone, Glenda Mollet here and welcome to my craft room this morning. Oh my gosh, I just decided at the last minute I have to make some more samples for my catalog launch party. So I thought, well, what better time to do that and do a Facebook Live, and because I have no idea what I'm stamping. We are going to just stamp. I'm trying to get this onto Facebook, so hang on. We're going to stamp. And if people show up, they show up. If not, then you will have a video to watch later on today. So I'm going to use, so let me get this set here. There we are. I'm going to use the Nature's Prints bundle. So you got the gorgeous Nature's Prints stamp set and the Natural Prints dies. This one has a wreath in it that's really fun to use, but I'm not using that today. I'm going to do something relatively easy-ish, I think. Tahitian Tide is this gorgeous turquoisey blue color, and it's a lot of fun to use. And I'm going to color embellishments, so let me leave that out. I'm also going to use Forever Fern embossing folder, Stylish Shapes dies, Fabulous Frames dies, the Iridescent Rhinestones, so that's what I'm going to color with. There's my kit. And we're going to play with the new In Color Glimmer paper. So I'll just get a sheet. So isn't this gorgeous paper? Look at the bling on there. And it's not rough. It has a bit of a texture, but it's not rough at all. Oh, I love it. So we're going to play with that too. So first thing I'm going to do though is, you know how you're making a card and you think, oh man, I'd really like to have some embellishments to match? Well, you can do that now. All you need is whatever embellishments you want to use and one of the Stampin' blends. So you just color it. I go around and around the outside to get the sides done, and then up and over the top multiple times. And I do this first because it has to dry. And if you let it dry in between, then you can add layers of color. So I'll just get this one done. And we'll set those aside, and then I'll let it dry. Now you can't use these right away because the marker has to dry on them. See how it's getting bluer and bluer the more ink I layer on the top? Okay, I'm going to put that aside and let those dry because I really wanted to use blue bling. Okay, so I have an envelope. I have an 8.5 by 5.5 card base folded and scored in half, piece of 5.25 by 4 for the inside and one for the outside, and some glimmer paper that I'm going to cut some branches things out of. I'm going to stamp this stamp and die cut it on this piece, and then I've already die cut a circle and a square. And I also die cut this frame from the Fabulous Frames. So these cut the outside edges, and then you have leftovers on the inside. So I'm using this one. I haven't used it yet. There's what the oval looks like. So you see it cuts out the frame, and then it leaves you this piece. So you can stamp on that and pop this up over top of it, or lay that flat and pop your sentiment up in the middle. It's quite versatile. So I've already used those. I'm going to put them away. I don't know whether anybody's going to join me this morning or not, because I never go live on a Tuesday morning, ever. Well, not for 2.5 years anyways. So there's the frame die cut, and there's the piece that came out of the middle. So I have that if I want to use it for something, but I'm not going to use that part on the card today. Let's get some stamping done. So I have the Tahitian Tide ink, and I'm going to ink up. Hi, Connie. Yeah, well, I was going to make a card using some new stuff and the Tahitian Tide in color because I need some more samples for my launch party. And I thought, well, if I'm going to be creating, why not do it online, and we'll see if anybody shows up. So thanks for joining me. I'm just stamping the big image from Nature's Prints. Oh, look at that. Oh my goodness, that's fabulous. Now, put the die on, and I have my tape all ready to go. So oh, and last night I stayed up. I was bad. I stayed up until the catalog went live so I could get my order in. Not like I want it right away or anything. You know, it'll probably come while we're away camping or something. But I ordered one of the new magnetic plates, and I can't wait for it to come in. Okay, I'm going to run this through my machine, and I'll show you kind of what I have in mind. Good morning, Val. Yeah, this is, I don't know. There's a lot of people don't like blues. I don't understand it myself, but you know, whatever makes your heart happy, that's the important part. So there we go. There's that part. Let's put this away so I don't lose it. All right, now, oops. Get my Tahitian Tide back out. And I've got a sentiment from the stamp set. So let's let you see that there's a few wonderful sentiments in here, and they all fit with the sentiment die. See that? So I'm going to use that one. You're on my mind. And then I'll have to die cut it out. Well, you know, Valerie, why should you be any different than me? Were you here when I said I stayed up till like 2 o'clock in the morning to get my order in when the catalog went live? Hi, Peggy. Gee, it's nice that you guys are joining me. I really didn't think anybody would. It's like get up in the morning and get ready for lunch, and there's that woman on Facebook bugging me. Okay, so I'm going to line this up on here like that. And I don't want it to move. Oops, and then it moves. Hang on. Okay. There we go. It moves really easily. And another card I can send you. Well, the new catalog is live today. And I can show you the inside today. So, I will be showing you the inside of the catalog. Uh-oh. That's awful, Val. I hate a leaky fridge. Come on. There we go. Perfect. All right, put that back. Now, there is some things. This thing and this thing. So there's 2 of these, and then there's 3 of this. So I'm going to cut some out of here. I think I'll do these 2 at the bottom where it's darker. Like that. Just hold those ones together. And then I'm going to do a light, maybe I'll do all 3 of them. Just because I can. Why not? If I have leftover pieces, I'll just use it on another project. Just like that. Okay, I'm going to die cut these. Hopefully they won't move, because it's difficult to get them attached to that glimmer paper. Oh, there we go. Oh, look at these. How fun is that, eh? Let's pop these out and see with this ombre paper, you can have dark ones or light ones or both out of the same piece of paper. Come on. Of course, it won't come out of the paper now. There we go. Okay, that piece is used. I'm going to put these back because you know how things go missing in my craft room. And I'm not going there today. I've got a lot of creating to do. Because my catalog launch party is in 9 days. Okay, now I'm going to take one of the 5 1/4 by 4 inch pieces and the Fern embossing folder. This is new in the catalog. Absolutely love it. It is so pretty. Oh. I don't know whether I'm going to use this. Well, let's emboss one first. I had just had a thought pop into my head. You know how that happens. That's why I don't do a lot of creating on the fly on live, because I get my head going in one direction and then it goes bing and it goes off in a totally different direction. So I'm just going to do this one plain just in case I decide that my idea isn't going to work. So this is a 3D embossing folder and it has different levels of embossing on the same embossing folder. Fun. Okay, so what I want to do is see if I can put some color on this. Your mind goes off in all sorts of directions. Yeah, me too. I haven't done this in a while. I just want to see what it's going to do with this embossing folder. All right, get a sponge. Just lightly go over it. Because I want it smoothed out. I don't want the lines to be on there. Okay. So now I'm going to take the other piece of 5 1/4 by 4 and I'm going to put it inside the embossing folder like this. And you notice when I did this, I put it on the clean side so that if I have to move it, it's not going to smudge anything. And then you just close that like that and then run it through your machine. But when you do it, you have to go slow because it needs time to transfer the ink from the embossing folder to the paper. All right. Let's see what happens with the magic. Oh! Ooh, look at that. Oh my God. That's fabulous. Can you imagine that in greens for Christmas? Okay, I'm just going to do another layer of color on my bling while I think about it here. Oh, these are going to be pretty. Great minds, Val, great minds. Okay, so I'm not going to use this on my card because I want it, kind of want it to be white. Okay, this is opening. I need to, there we go. Okay, so the only thing I didn't do though was bring the bling. Maybe we want to use the ribbon. Hang on. This ribbon is so pretty. This is the Tahitian Tide, and it's a metallic ribbon, and it's a mesh ribbon. So see, you can pull it apart. So we might want to use that on there when I get things going here. Okay, first of all is going to be the frame. Now, I want it popped up, which means there's going to be a little bit of finagling. Just run it under hot water, Peggy. Or not, you don't even have to have it hot. Just run it under water because it's water-based. But just be careful because when you're touching it, because the ink won't dry on it because it's on plastic. So it will be wet and ready to transfer onto anything you have until you wash it. Okay, now let's see if I can get some tiny slivers here. I'm just going to move these out of the way because I have to use this edge here. And I don't want them to get in the way. So little teeny tiny. Just because I want to put some along the edge so it doesn't collapse on me. Because that's just what I do. I do all of these weird things in behind the scenes. Okay, there's one side, twist it. We'll do the other side. So I went for a walk last night after my Facebook Live, so it was like, oh, 9:30 at night or something. No, wait. Yeah, about 9:30 it was. And we have 2 triplexes being built in our neighborhood. And I walked by one, and you're very welcome, Peggy. I walked by one, and the door was wide open. And I thought, okay, that's really strange because they don't usually work at night. So I continued on my walk, and I came back only to discover the door was still open. So I phoned, we know the guy that's doing the construction. And I phoned him and I said, your back door is wide open. Is that supposed to be like that? Is there people in there? And he said, no, there's not supposed to be. He said they were supposed to be all cleaned up and gone. So I said, well, the door's wide open. I'll just wait here till you arrive. So I sat there for about 5 minutes. He doesn't live far away. And held the fort for him. Okay, so I've got the frame on there. Now I'm going to put in, this is called auditioning when you do this. You're auditioning the parts to see if they're going to be in there where you like them. Okay, and then I'm going to put a couple of, ooh, this is, what do you think? What do you guys think? Is this looking pretty cool? And then we'll have this, the sentiment right there. Oh, yes. I love it. Okay. So for this one, I wrote on the back what I did. So I used square number 3 and the new Stylish Shapes dies. And cut that out. So this one's going to go flat. Oh, good, Val. You never know. I never know when I get up in the morning what my day is going to be like. But today I decided, well, I decided yesterday that I had to schedule some creative time because I need to get my samples ready for my catalog launch party coming next week. Okay, I haven't pushed that down yet because I'm going to put the frame back on here. No, see, it's up too high. Let's move it down a bit. And right about there, I think, eh? Okay, is it straight? Not particularly. See, when you have circles, you don't have to worry about it being straight like you do when you have squares. Okay, there we go. Now I'm going to put this on because I've left enough gaps that I can tuck that big one in underneath. Or you could attach it. Come on. Yeah. There it is. I could attach it now. See, I'm going to put it like that. I think maybe I'll just, where's my glue dots? Slide a glue dot underneath there to hold it in place. Oops, my pokey tool has paper on it. Okay, I'm just going to lift this up somehow, like that, and just slide that glue dot underneath there. And of course it all moved. Now I just have to do it all again. There we go. Nope. It's not down far enough. I want that to be like that. So there we go. Oops. Now it's hanging on. Get another one and slide it under here. Oh yeah, sure. That was blonde. This is why it takes me so long to create a card, because I don't always get it right the first time or two. Okay, here we go. And of course this is now in the wrong spot. I want that out in front. This would have been easier just to do it afterwards. After all that fiddling around. I'm not going to put you through that torture anymore. We'll just get the liners off here. So nothing exciting has happened in my life since last night, except for looking out for my neighbor's properties. The door was wide open. It was really weird. The lights are all on. The door's wide open. And I poked my head in and said, hello? Hello? Is anybody here? And there was no answer. And there was a brand new stove sitting there, half installed. All sorts of wind or lighting fixtures, and oh, it was weird. Okay, now this is going to fit in there. There we go, like that. So let's just put a dimensional or two on it just to hold it in place. But I don't want to put them too far in yet, because I want to throw the stems in there. Well, not throw them, insert them. So let's get some Tombow on there. Come on. Oh goody, it's working this morning. I love it when it works. Oh, I just noticed that. I thought these were the same. They're not. Each one is different. So if you see, this one, that one are opposite each other. And then this one is the same as that one. Right. These two, I believe, are identical though. Now, let's just put adhesive at the bottom, because I'm going to slide this underneath. I love this color too, Connie, but I don't love it with lots of stuff. Like I've seen a few cards where they've taken all 5 in colors and put them in there together. Not my cup of tea. I like it. I like bright colors, but I like them on their own. I don't like them like added with The blue and the green just, I'm sorry, that just should not be seen, period. Oh, wait. That one should be this one. And then this one. Because now these are opposite each other. Tuck that one in there. Like that. And then I've got one more. And we'll just put it in there. Take this one and angle it out a bit more. That's why I like using Tombow for this kind of stuff, because it's forgiving a little bit and you can play with it. Now this one is going to come out in front of that one. There we go. Oh, isn't that pretty? There's glue all over me. Okay, now, question is, am I going to want to use, so the sentiment will go on here like this. Am I going to want to use some ribbon on here or not? Maybe a bow. I'll tie a bow afterwards. So let's just get this right onto our card base. Our weather today is the pits. It's cold and it's windy and it's more like a fall day than a spring day, so I don't think I'll be going very far today. There we are. Oops. I didn't get that folded over exact right. Okay, so there we are. Oh. Look at that. Isn't that spectacular? And that's going to fit on there absolutely perfectly. Right about there. So I get the frame and the square. Now, I've put the glue on that side, and I'm going to pop this side up on dimensionals. Like that. Okay, stick that in there. I think I said I was going to do it right there. Yep. That looks cool. Now, bling-de bling bling. And 1, 2, 3. Oh, look at that. Oh my God. Now, what I haven't tried is what will happen if I activate that ink. So what did I do? Here's that little piece that came out of the middle. I'm not going to use that. But let's ink up this stamp. Somebody will get it. Not till after my catalog launch. However, if you're part of my... Thanks, Peggy. No fighting. Play nice in the sandbox. It's a card. Duplicates can be made. If you want to become part of my ink color club, then this might become an ink color club card. I got one spot left in my ink color club. Okay, let's see what Wink of Stella does to Tahitian Tide. Kind of interested to know if it will turn everything blue. Oh, it does a little bit, but not a lot. The ink's not dark enough, I guess. When you do this with Starry Sky and Orchid Oasis, very pretty. This one is not reactivating things at all. So I'll just show you the difference between the two. There isn't really much. This has got Winky on it. That doesn't have Winky. Yeah. Okay, so there's our front. Now, do I need to do a bow right there, I think. Let me get my bow maker. And we'll do a little tiny bow Oh, this isn't mine. Hubby made some new ones, and this is one of the new ones. Okay, let's just create a bow here. Very quickly. Because I want to get this card done and move on to the next one. Maybe I need to make this card in all 5 ink colors. All right. Right there. Right there. Scissors. A little bit of snippy. Now, what you can do with this stuff that is really fun is you can unbraid it. So just take your pokey tool and just run down and see how it's coming apart. It's undoing the mesh braiding stuff. So now you have whimsical tails instead of, see the difference between the 2 tails? Isn't that cool? This is quite harsh. This one, it's really whimsical and fun. All right. And it's not hard to do. And I'm not using pressure at all. It's just a matter of putting your pokey tool end in there and letting it rip. Okay, let's see that. Oh, look at how fun that is. Okay, glue dot. Uh-oh, there they are. I lost my glue dots there for a minute. And I'm going to fold one in half because this is really narrow twine. Well, it's narrow ribbon. It's like twine. And put the glue dot on the back like that. So now you can't see it. Hold my tails so they don't get caught. And I'll just put it down right there. Oh my God, I love it. I love it. Oh, look at that. Okay, I have to stamp the inside, but I need to get a piece first. Okay. So the stamp set also has, look, on my paper, there it is, a fern image in it. So I thought we'd use that on the inside. So I'm inking it once, and I'm going to go stamp, 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 and stamp, so that you get 4 different layers of color on that. And do the same thing here. 1, 2, 3, 4. The last one is really quite light. And then on the back, let's do the back too. Oh. Now, I'm going to fill in. There. There's the back of the envelope. Okay, isn't that fun? Oh, I'm having fun. Now you know what I do first thing in the morning. I love me some creative time. All right, get this on the inside. The hardest part first thing in the morning is remembering that what orientation the inside pieces are. Sometimes it doesn't work. There we go. And see, those iridescent rhinestones are now the same color as the rest of the card. But if you look at them very close, they still have the iridescent shimmer shine in there. Well, ladies, I don't know what else to tell you. This is part of my catalog launch next Thursday, so don't forget to join me. on Zoom if you're part of my VIP group, or catch the stream, or I'm going to stream it to my Facebook page. There's going to be lots of samples and products, and you might just see this card in more than one in color. Thanks, ladies. I hope you have a wonderful day. Stampin' Smiles, and bye for now.